Good morning.
Good morning.
What are you done to your hair this morning?
Did you brush it with a pillar?
Looks weird, doesn't it? We can't hang about today. We've got a lot. Well, it's not a long way to go. For some reason, the canal planner says it's going to take about 4 days to do 2 miles and a couple of locks. For some reason, he probably knows us by now, to be honest. We're on the southeast edge of Hemel Hempstead, and we're going through to Berkhamsted today.
Long way.
Yeah, we've got a couple of stops to make. We've got half a dozen locks and loads of historical things. I'm spoilt for choice this week.
Hey, really?
I better go do my research. See you in a bit. That's Two Waters Road Bridge. Do you know why it's called Two Waters Road Bridge?
Because there's two waters in it.
Yeah, because the River Gade leaves the canal here. That's why it's called Two Waters Road Bridge. And just behind it was B&Q. You remember B&Q?
I do.
We were in there yesterday. But it wasn't always B&Q. It used to be Rosa's lime cordial bottling factory.
All right.
Did you have scurvy when you were in Navy?
No.
No? That's that. Is scurvy the one where you get the bandy legs? No, it's rickets, isn't it?
That's rickets.
Him off Coronation Street.
Yeah.
With the bandy legs and the abs. Wasn't it?
That's years ago.
Is it? I don't know. Anyway, the seamen in the olden days used to get scurvy, and they weren't eating enough fruits and vegetables. So they used to give them a shot of neat lime juice, and that got rid of the scurvy.
Wow.
Now, back in the olden days, they used to preserve it with alcohol. No wonder the seamen liked it. But a bloke called Lachlan Rose from Scotland, from Leith in Scotland,
Right.
like leaves on the trees, he found a way of preserving it with sugar, which is better for you. Kids can drink it then. So the kids didn't get scurvy or rickets.
Well, give him with alcohol, it'll keep him quiet.
And he built a factory up in Scotland, and then he built another one here at Boxmoor, where the B&Q is now. And they used to ship the lime juice, the neat lime juice, from the docks in London, where it would come from the West Indies, up here to Boxmoor at Hemel Hempstead, and he'd turn it into lime cordial, bottle it, ship it back down to London, and off it would go. Brilliant. The seamen were happy. They didn't have scurvy or rickets. They might have had rickets, I don't know. Anyway, we're coming up to a lock, so I better skedaddle. As you come out of the lock, you go under bridge 150, and on our left-hand side, port side, I'm getting that right quite a lot lately, quite happy, is a couple of miles of like urban meadowlands, and there's horses and cattle grazing and people exercising and chilling out, and it's sandwiched between the town of Hemel Hempstead and the West Coast Main Line and the A41 and Main Road, and it's like a little oasis. It's quite lovely, and it's nice for a walk in the morning. And you might see, while you're walking about, a couple of stones. One is like a white stone,
Oh yes.
and it's a headstone, and the other one is footstone. It's actually the grave of the last man to be executed for highway robbery. His name was James Blackman Snook. Is that him off Star Wars? Snook.
Snook it is, or snood,
No,
or...
it's Snoke, innit?
Snoke.
Snoke, yeah.
Snood.
I've heard Snook, is it a fish? I've heard of a snook before. Anyway, he was known as Robert Snook as well, although they don't know if he was named Robert, because they think the name Robert came from because he was a robber. His actual name was James. Don't ask me, I'm just telling you what I'm told. And he was the last man to be hanged, and he was hanged near about where those stones are from a chestnut tree.
Really?
And apparently he did wrong, he were a wrong un, and he robbed a lot of people, and on the day that they executed him, thousands of people came to watch, and he was laughing and joking apparently.
Really?
Saying there's no point rushing, you can't start till I get there. That's true. That's absolutely true. So if you're on Boxmoor, if you're on the Meadowland, have a watch out for that. The 3 Boxmoor locks raise us up by just over 20 feet, although the middle lock is called Fishery Lock and it stands next to Fishery Inn. There's been a pub here since the mid-1800s and it used to be a refreshment stop for the old boatmen and women. It's now a bar and restaurant and it hasn't changed much over the years, still with that same style facade overlooking the Grand Union Canal and the meadows of Boxmoor. See how far forward we can get once it's in. Every Monday morning at 9 o'clock, wherever we are and whatever we're doing, we have to stop the boat for an hour so I can talk to my psychotherapist on Skype. I've never hidden my struggles with mental health, and moving aboard the boat was supposed to improve the quality of life and hopefully have a positive impact on my anxiety and depression. In reality though, it hasn't quite worked out like that, and if anything, my mental health's actually deteriorated over the last year or so. It's not really anything to do with the vlogs or the boats. The issues I've got go back years and years, but it's got so bad recently that I've had to get some professional help. Unfortunately, I've tried everything that the NHS can offer me in the way of support and none of it's had any positive effect. So as a last resort, I have to pay for private psychotherapy. And that's why we started our Patreon and YouTube memberships. So every Monday we moor up, Sean takes Otis out for a walk, and it's hard sometimes, there's tears, there's some really tough things we have to talk through, but it is having a positive effect. And I just wanted to kind of say that because everybody says that the best thing you can do is talk, and sometimes the support's not there for you, but just keep trying and just keep talking. That is the Winkwell Skew Railway Bridge. Sounds like something you go to doctors about, doesn't it?
You did last week.
I've got the Winkwell Skews again. It was built by Robert Stevenson when the London and Birmingham line was being built. And it had this lovely ironwork, this curved ironwork underneath it, which you can see isn't there anymore. As the line got busier and they expanded it and widened it, and more trains come in, they had to strengthen the bridge. So they put all this concrete underneath it to strengthen it. But it loses some of its historical romanticism, doesn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
I got those words out of a book.
Did you?
Theosaurus. I think it's about dinosaurs. I know how lucky I am to have Sean, but I know that however much he hides it, my struggles make him feel desperate too. Mental health isn't just about the person with the issues, it's torture for your partner, your friends and your family. So when we need support, it's not just to help those of us with the psychological need, but it's equally important to help those who are there for us 24 hours a day. Just come out of lock 60. Together they're known as the Winkwell locks, and they have a bit of a sad, haunted history attached to them. Back in 1898, Joseph Buck, who was the lock keeper for both of these locks, was found dead in this lock. He drowned. He'd been drinking in the Three Horseshoes pub, the one that we passed just below the last lock, and he never made it home to his wife and 4 kids for Christmas night. It's sad, isn't it? A few years later, in September 1945, just a few days after the Second World War finished, the Perth to Euston Sleeper Express was bombing down the West Coast Main Line, just here by the locks. Now, there was some engineering works at Watford, so the train was supposed to cross from the fast track to the slow track. There was a speed limit of 15 miles an hour and the driver never saw it, and he went bombing over the points at 60 miles an hour. Now, the locomotive pulling the train, the Royal Artilleryman, like the train, not the man, came straight off the tracks, went rolling down the embankment into the field just at the side of us here, and took 6 coaches with it, killing 43 people. So sad. Lock 58 is called Sewer Lock. Do you know why?
Because I can smell it.
The Plumbing Grit sewage works just at the other side of the lock. What's better than a water point?
Than a water point with Greg's at the side of it.
A water point with the Greg's at the side of it. So we had a nice cheese and onion pasty, and Sean had a
Steak bake.
or for those that don't eat meat, a vegan sausage roll. You know that thing at 6 o'clock in the morning where it's quite chilly, so you put a hoodie on thinking, it's a bit cold this morning, and then it turns out to be 25 degrees. Yeah, that. So I've got a bit of a shine going on. We've made it to Berkhamsted, or is it Berkhamsted?
One of the two.
That old lady at the lock called it Berkhamsted, and I'm no, love, you're wrong. You're wrong. I've lived here 68 years, I don't care, you're still wrong. So if it is Berkhamsted, I am sorry.
No, it's not.
I'm never sorry. You know I do it on purpose to wind you up and then delete everybody that tries to correct me.
Yeah.
I'm like a dictator.
Yes, you are.
There you go. We've moored up. There's 3 places you can moor in Berkhamsted. It's like Babs from Dinner Ladies, isn't it? There's 2 ways to There's 3 places you can moor. Just after the lock, which it was a bit busy. This little bit between the bridge and the next lock, which is less busy but less solary.
Well, sun's shining though, but we're under a tree, aren't
We've got 3 panels in the sun, which is all right. Or after the next lock, which is where Waitrose is, which is actually rammed. Am I allowed to say rammed?
You're allowed to say that.
I asked the man at YouTube and he says you can say rammed.
Otis is pulling me.
So we're here, and we're staying here for a couple of days, and the best thing about this place is it's right opposite Berkhamsted railway station, which is the West Coast Main Line, which in the last take we had 6 trains pass while we were talking.
We did.
Shall we show them that clip?
Yes.
Train! What a mooring! Trains! So we're going to have a couple of days here, unless it's a bit too busy and noisy with people on this park, and then we might go.
Yeah.
So if you've liked the video and you're not already, please subscribe. The best thing you can do is hit the like button and then hit the notifications bell. YouTube will let you know every time we release a new vlog, 4 o'clock every Friday in Britain, in the UK. If you really like us,
and they should do.
You should do. You should support the channel. Click the join button on the homepage or click the Patreon link, which is above Sean's head, on smartphones and on computers, but not on telly. So don't go looking for it if you're watching on a telly. It's not there, Jack.
Can't find it.
We hope you've enjoyed your little cruise with us today, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Ta-da! Just 1 minute. Bye! What did you do? Did you brush it with a...
You have to start that again. Yeah. So it'll be shipped all over the world to the seamen. There you go. On your left-hand side, on our left-hand side,
it's useless.
Is cage the right word? That takes me back to me dancing days, doesn't it?
Fenced off.
In the gay clubs, dancing in me golden pants.
You don't want to see that.
No, you don't want to see that. The locomotive, the Royal Artillery, which was pushing the train, which was pulling the train. Lock 60, blah, 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 blah. Lock 60, and the train carrying 50. 6 times I've tried to do that piece of camera and I can't. And it never 7 takes. So sad. Yay!
Oh, that. There's a cobweb there.
Sean's pulled. Or more accurately, Sean's being pulled.
By Otis.
By Otis, who's getting bigger, so the force against him is growing. Let's tickle Otis's belly. There we go, that's another 100 subscribers. Railway station.
Yeah.
Which is the West Coast Main Line, which has got like 40 trains a minute.
So Colin's happy.
I am buzzing. If you didn't, well, just, I don't know, go somewhere and do something. Insert something somewhere where it might hurt you.
You can't say that.
I did.
He's yawning now.
Nobody's
He's
listening
tired.
to us.